What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 26th of May. We're looking at PNG, Pangolin / the United States dollar this evening. This will be a daily chart. The price data is from Coinbase, guys. We are getting a break lower here, lower prices here for PNG this Sunday evening. We are currently down. PNG on this Coinbase price data is down 3.49%. Trading at a price of 48,560. So Pangolin found resistance at our 59 level. We basically double topped here. So we had a swing high on the 10th of May. We pulled back to support at 48,490. We rallied up. We tried to break out. We did break out actually on the 22nd of May, but we didn't close very strong, and the resistance came right in at that 59 price level. That's right here in blue. And then the markets had a pretty bearish day to follow on the 23rd and then the 24th and so on. We find ourselves here today down 3.49%. We are sitting right at a support level of 48,490. That's this support level in purple right here, guys. So we have a failed breakout. We have a double top, and we are trading lower here. So what I don't want to see, which looks like it's about to take place if we don't find support. So what I don't want to see is a break lower here, putting in lower lows. We already took out the low over here from the 24th. Our next low that we could take out here is the 14th of May. That would be a price of 47,277, giving us a new lower low. That would not be good, guys. Doesn't mean it's completely over here for Pangolin, but it means we are back in a short-term trend to the downside, a trend south, a trend that would take prices lower. Speaking of lower prices, where would I look for PNG to find potential support for some period of time? You know, sometimes it can last a couple hours. Sometimes that can be the bottom of a major swing to the upside. Well, first off, I would look for a support area. So if we break the lows over here from the 14th at the 47,277, I'm looking for a area of support right around the 41.2 to 44.4 area. That's right here, guys. This white and blue line. That's for starters right there. There could be a potential support, like I said, today at the 48,490, but we'll see. You know, we have Bitcoin over there down 1.2%. That's not going to help PNG find support, but that's it's a level, okay? And it's held over here on the 14th. So, you know, it held as well here on the 24th. You know, it could sure as well hold today. But if not, I think we're heading down to this 42.4, 41.27. That's right here, guys, if you can see that on the charts. That's for starters. That also represents an area I will highlight so it's easier to see. This area right here, this was old resistance in the market during that time period. And that old resistance area broke out over here on the 3rd and 4th of May to the upside. So a back test of that, turning it into support before potentially some kind of a swing higher here, would be very normal and very healthy price action. So that's another confirmation we have here is what was old resistance could potentially get flipped into support if these markets pull back to this 42.41 price area. I also want to point out here on the PNG chart, at least the way I see it here, all of this up and down trading is all within one big basing structure. So we are coming right off of the top of the basing structure, and we're looking like, you know, we're not even halfway down. we're looking like, we just came off the top of the basing structure. It's looking like at some point here, we're heading towards the lower end of that. So this whole base just, goes from the lower end back up to the upper, to the lower, to the upper, everywhere in between, back to the lower, lower, back to the upper. So we're just bouncing all within a much larger basing structure. XRP has done this in the past. Everything does it from time to time. Yes, we are potentially going to be breaking into a downtrend here, but taking a step back, we're still just within one much larger sideways and choppy structure. Within that structure, there is little mini trends. Here's a trend down, double bottomed, undercut the low, we trended up, back to the top. So sometimes within trends, there's other trends. If you go into a smaller time frame, for example, when I day trade the micro futures contracts, which are the smaller futures contracts to the full size contracts. So for an example, instead of trading the ES, you trade the /MES. It's a much smaller product. You still get to take advantage of leverage for much smaller margin requirements. But anyways, I trade that on the 3-minute, and that 3-minute time frame has trends in it. But if you put it back on a daily, it's still all within a one daily candle. So within this bigger basing structure that I just said that's been going sideways since basically March, there's little mini trends. So a couple takeaways here, guys, is what I'm looking for is ideally for the bulls, you want to see support show up at the 48,490. Okay, that's this purple line right here. We already took out the lows from the 24th. Our next area of the lows that you don't want to take out if you're a bull is the 47,277. And then below that, if the markets start to sell off in an aggressive fashion, 42 to 41, or to be exact, 42.4, 41,277 for my next area of support. So we're not going to talk about anything higher right now. All my prices above that are all valid still, so there's no reason to discuss them, especially if it looks like we're in a battle right now to find support. I think it's more important to pay attention to the 48,490 level to hold. So that is that, guys. Also, if you are new to the channel, or maybe you missed it or need a refresh, whatever the case is, got a pretty large, it's not perfect, inverse head and shoulders here, which is a very bullish pattern leading to. So sorry about that, guys. Had to cut the video off. What I was saying was this inverse head and shoulders pattern is a very bullish pattern here. You have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, leads to a big breakout to the upside. And we could actually be in the lower end of that right shoulder, but we have to bounce here before we could talk about a big price breakout. So that is that, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you are not yet a subscriber, join us here on the channel. Appreciate you guys. All 4,300, I believe it is, or 4,400, something along those lines. Have a great holiday. All links down below does help support the channel. Let me know your thoughts on PNG / the United States dollar.